Hi guys, it's Grace with Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020, and I am here today for my 10-week post-op plastic surgery and 2 years, 14 weeks post-op VSG. To start us off with my little stats spiel, again, my name is Grace. I am 5'8", 29 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy or VSG weight loss surgery. My highest weight ever recorded was 354 pounds in May of 2017, and I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet. And over the course of that 6 months, I lost 35 pounds. So my starting weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Sorry, something in my throat. I'm not sick, don't worry. Anyways, over the course of about a year and a half, I lost over 120 pounds and maintained that for about 6 months until I had plastic surgery on January 29th, 2020 in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Alejandro Galvez. I had an extended tummy tuck from hip to hip. I had a fleur-de-lis vertical incision. I had a reverse tummy tuck, so an incision right under the breast. I also had a breast lift and reduction and a bra line back lift with some lipo on my back. So I haven't come out with you guys with the weight for a while, but I did weigh in this morning. I've been weighing in. I've been keeping a pulse on things, and I think maybe I am almost ready to start actually getting together. Not quite yet, but I think maybe in the next week I might I might have the mental fortitude. So I didn't want to have a weight for you guys today, so that when I come with you guys next week, hopefully it'll be lower. So I weighed in this morning at 193.1. which is a loss since my VSG of 125.9 pounds, a loss since my highest weight of 160.9 pounds. So this is about where I was at right before I had plastic surgery, which, considering that they removed, 15 pounds of skin, is not my ideal situation. I'm about 10 pounds up from kind of where I was at post-plastics like a month ago. I definitely have gained some weight. As I've said, my eating has not been great. I've definitely been eating at a surplus, particularly because I have not been able to work out, so I'm not burning as much calories as I would ideally like to. So that, combined with overeating, is obviously how weight gain happens. Though I do think some of that is the swelling. So there's that. I have no longer been sleeping in the faja. I do 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So I've got it on now, but I put it on in the morning, I take it off at night. And so while in some ways the swelling goes down overnight because you're not moving, and movement is what encourages the swelling, I'm also not using any compression at night. So there's definitely still swelling. I can tell some of it's swelling, some of it's weight gain. And it's so weird because I've said many times that I was happy with where I was at before plastic surgery in terms of weight and what my body looked like. I just wanted the skin gone. And so I still, if I'm just looking at how my body looks, it looks great. It looks great without all the skin. It looks fine. I'm happy with how it looks here, but also there's a mental struggle because I feel like I'm also not happy because the number seems like it should be lower, and it seems, because I think I'm not happy because I know that I have not been eating the way that I feel my best when I eat. And so I'm also seeing the number go up a little bit, and even though it's not really in totally alarming territory for me, the fact that the scale's going up and I'm eating in a way that I know is not good for me, both physically and mentally, I think that's why I don't feel great about it. If I was at this weight and I was eating the way that I should be eating, I think that I would be fine. But I think the fact that the weight is where it is and it's gone up a little bit, and I know that I am eating too much and eating the kinds of foods that don't really nourish my body properly, I think that is why I'm not feeling great about it, if that makes sense. So, because I know a few people commented on my last video about oh, if you're not feeling great about the scale, don't weigh. And it's not the number on the scale that bothers me. I've never actually been somebody throughout this whole journey, I've been more or less a daily weigher. If I forget in the morning, I don't kill myself or anything, but I weigh daily and it doesn't really affect my mood. And the reason why it's affecting my mood now is because I know it's a reflection of me not doing the things I should. You know, like when scales fluctuate and I'm doing what I should be doing, that never bothered me. But when scales are going up steadily because you're not doing what you should be doing, that bothers me because I know I'm not doing what I should be, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to stop weighing because for me, that is the equivalent to burying my head in the sand. So it's one of those things, like if I'm going to eat like shit and all that, I have to still track more or less. I'm not tracking 100%, but I still have to kind of track stuff and I still have to weigh myself. And I have to, that's just for me to face what I'm doing, essentially, you know? And I've admitted on here for the past month, I've not been in a headspace to stop the unhealthy behaviors. And that's, as long as I'm acknowledging that they're happening and that there's going to be consequences, like that's sort of my trade-off. So I do want to catch it though before it gets too out of hand. And so that's why I think I'm approaching a point where I think I'm finally kind of getting out of this mental space. I'm still kind of there, but it feels, you know, you can kind of feel mental shifts happening. It kind of feels like it's maybe lessening. So we'll see how the next week treats us. What else? It's so weird doing these updates right now because it's like, what's happening? Not a whole lot. I've been doing a lot of online shopping. That went right out the window. I gave that up for Lent, but yeah, that's no longer a thing. So I'm online shopping a lot. I've done a lot of shopping for clothing, for shoes, for jewelry, for hair stuff, for makeup. It's a lot. That all sounds like it's actually even more than it is. It's not quite so much. I know there's going to be a Sephora sale at the end of the month, and so I've been making a list of things. Like I'm almost out or out of almost all of my skincare because I got it kind of all around the same time, and then it's all running out around the same time. And so I'm waiting for the Sephora sale at the end of the month to make those purchases. So that's going to be a hefty price tag because skincare costs a lot, but. And I don't have exclusively expensive stuff. I use a lot of the ordinary, but a couple of the things that I do use are quite pricey, so it balances out. But yeah, I've been excited about the clothing and building a wardrobe, and if only I could have the clothing and go out and shop and wear it so that other people can see me. But you know, it is what it is. I've had to cancel and or reschedule a lot of appointments, which has been a bummer. My hair, you can see my bangs. These are no longer bangs. They are just hairs. So I'm a little bit frustrated because I don't know how to style them. I've been doing a lot of just like pinning them back, which I should have done before. Ooh, I have a bobby pin. Maybe I'll do that now. God, and I have allergies, and so my nose is running, and then everyone like looks at you like you're a leper. But yeah, my hairstylist actually has the coronavirus, so that's been she's like, it's the worst. But anyways, salons are closed anyways, so I can't reschedule that because we don't know when they're going to open, but I'll reschedule that at some point. And I had to reschedule my DEXA scan, which I'm actually really bummed about because I had one scheduled for basically like 2 weeks from now. It was right before I'm cleared to do weights again at 12 weeks. And so I wanted to get a scan of my body fat and all of that stuff after the skin removal. And then I was planning to like hit the gym hard and start to like actually kind of try to build up strength. That's not going to happen. I'm hoping to do at-home workouts. We'll see. I'm really bad at those. I don't like them. But, and it's really hard right now because I'm in this nebulous space where I can't do all of the workouts, and I sort of like, I don't want to push myself too hard. So, I've got a few programs I've already been like looking through for home workouts that I think I will start at my 12 weeks. And the goal of those is for me really is just to kind of maintain muscle and get myself back into things. And so on the one hand, it's a great way for me to ease into lifting weights because, I really just have hand weights here, and it's really more resistance training with bands. And so I think it'll be, if I can not give up in the middle of the workout because I'm bored, it'll be good. But my plan is to do the DEXA scan basically as soon as they are open. And I don't think I will be able to get so many gains that it'll skew the data. I also had a a facial that I had scheduled for, because I try to get one every quarter. And so I had one in January and I was going to get one in April. So that will also hopefully happen in May. I have a feeling they will not happen in May, but we're going to stay positive. I also have a trip in May to New England, and I still have to cancel that flight because I'm almost positive that's not going to happen. I'm waiting just a little bit longer on the very, very off chance that it might, but it's looking unlikely. So that's kind of a bummer, but say I love you. Somebody in my last one, I think it was my last week's video, someone in a recent video commented, suggesting the Leslie Sansone walking videos, and I'll link her YouTube channel below. And because I was talking about, you know, how walking outside is often a trigger for me to eat food, and I've been wanting to get more steps in. And to be frank, to getting 10,000 steps in a day when you are not moving much because you're stuck inside a very small apartment is so difficult. Before it was like I could do, you know, a 30-minute walk outside every day, 30 to 45 minutes, and then my normal work day and like existence would take care of the rest. Here it's like I have to go on like a 2-hour walk, and I don't have the time for that, and to also have a job, and it's cold out. So I actually did a couple of the videos, and I don't hate them. I was surprised. I think for me, part of what I don't like about at-home workouts is like setting up a mat, getting up and down on I have a carpet, I don't have a lot of space. It's just like not a great environment to work out in. But the Leslie Sansone walking, you're just walking in place. There are a couple of additional movements, some stuff with your arms. You can kind of sit into it to activate the thighs. And it's gentle enough that I don't feel nervous about pushing myself too hard, as I am still. I'm cleared for light duty, but not, you know, heavy duty, and this felt perfect. So if anyone's looking for something to do, that could be an option. I've actually been enjoying it. I've been doing, you know, just like the 10-15 minute ones, walking a mile, and it's a great way to supplement my normal outdoor walk, because I do want to get outside every day and get in that vitamin D, but I usually need to take 2 walks a day to get 10,000 steps, and I don't always have the time for that because I work. And I'm very lucky to be able to do that. I also went to Costco this weekend. There was a massive line because we got there. I went to pick up my sister. I know, bad, but we both needed to go. It just made sense for us to both go. We've both been in isolation for over 2 weeks, so we felt confident that neither of us had the virus. And so we went to Costco, and we got there. We actually didn't check the times, and so we got there before they opened, but just like about 30 minutes before, and people were queuing up already. So the line actually moved quite quickly. It was very weird. It felt almost like a roller coaster, you know, when you're waiting in line, and then they had people go into these like sections, and then they like had a little speech, and it just very much felt like we were at a theme park. But we went in, got a good amount of stuff. I go generally every 2 months, every 3 months, and I hadn't gone since before plastic, so we were running low on stuff. We tried to put it off, but it became unavoidable. They were out of a lot of stuff, which is kind of annoying. A lot of the things my sister specifically wanted to buy, like they didn't have mac and cheese. I know some of the stuff you're just like, I don't know if I just couldn't find it. But like I couldn't find wisps, and I'm sure I possibly was just not looking in the right spot, because every time we go to this Costco, because we go to this one quite often, they like move things around, and I'm like, can you just stop? Why do you need to change the aisles of things every other month? It's insane. Anyways, there was no toilet paper, but luckily we were both okay on that. So, yeah, went to Costco, got some stuff, posted a Costco haul if you missed it. Spilled sauce all over my outfit, which was annoying. Like the first outfit I'd worn, that was cute. I mean, I've worn a few cute outfits, but that was like the first time people were gonna see me, other than like walking outside, power walking. And anyways, the last thing I wanted to mention was I don't think I've talked about this. So this is plastics related, which everything for that is, there's nothing really new to report. It is what it is, nothing new. But I'd mentioned before that the lifting of the Mons, that is customary with a tummy tuck, did change my urine stream. And so it is something I have to be cognizant of, and I don't always remember. So generally it's okay when I'm at my own home, because I have like a very, I have a very like deep toilet bowl, I guess, because it's more up than it was before. And so if I like lean back, you know, if I'm not just like sitting with perfect posture, if I'm like slouching or leaning back or whatever, it tilts it further up, and then it can be unfortunate. And this was particularly an issue twice, and this was before when we were still allowed to leave our house. And I just kept forgetting to mention it, is using the restrooms at other people's houses has been a challenge. This actually happened twice, at my brother's house and at my friend's house, when I like sat, and they have, I guess, a very shallow bowl, and like my stream just happened to hit like right where the toilet seat hits the bowl, and so like there's like that gap, and so I just like peed all over my pants on the floor, which is really fun when you're out with, you know, at someone's house and you don't have a change of clothes and you just peed on their bathroom floor. Luckily it wasn't like a ton before I realized it. Usually it's just a few drops, and I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna have pee spots on my pants. Not a big deal. Luckily both times I was wearing black pants, so it wasn't a big deal. But I did want to mention that as something I knew was gonna happen, or was likely to happen, and I'd even acknowledged that I'd noticed it, but I've still not quite gotten used to it. And I think particularly it's the change from, I think I've mastered my own toilet, and the one that's, you know, especially now, it's basically the only toilet I'm using. And so I know how to pee in that one. But I have to remember, especially when I am freed and we are released back into the wild, as I like to call it, and I start using other restrooms again, that I need to just be cognizant of the fact that not all toilet bowls are created equal, and there can be some misfires, if you will. Because before, I feel like my stream was like pretty much straight down. I don't know if like the hanging like put pressure to like tilt it forward, and now I'm just like shooting off, you know. Anyways, wanted to mention that. It is something I'd heard about before, but can't hurt to emphasize it for all y'all. Anyways, long video today, which, feeling chatty, I guess. I'm not talking to anyone, so guess not too surprising. I hope you all are doing well. I hope that things are going good for you, that you are, you know, trying to stay sane and positive in these crazy, crazy times. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, for being here. I so appreciate all of the love and the support and the comments. I've been thinking about possibly doing a live chat. A lot of people have been doing those. I've had a few people ask me about my makeup. Today we were practicing cat eyes in honor of Tiger King. Great Netflix documentary. But some people have asked about makeup stuff, and I'm not really a guru, nor do I have a proper setup to really teach anything. But I thought it could be fun to just chat, and we can talk about whatever. So if you're interested in that, let me know down below. I need to just figure out a time when I would have some time to do that. And you know, I don't want to do it if literally no one was there, because you can't really have a live chat if there's no one to chat to. So if you're interested, do let me know. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well, and talk to y'all very soon. Bye.